plan on voting in the next election?
As of now, probably not.
I do plan on voting. Maybe.
Contrary to what it may seem, many people in our country do not actually vote when comparing them to other democratic countries around the world. For example, in the 2000 election, less than 50% of the people eligible to vote participated in the election. There are various reasons for this lack of turnout. The number one reason that people do not vote is time. Many people claim that because the election takes place on the first Tuesday of November, they are unable to find time to vote between work or school. Another reason for low voter turnout is because there is ballot fatigue. In America, because of the design of our government, there are many more levels at which citizens must vote, which creates an overwhelmed voting population in relation to other democratic nations. Also, in the past, political parties were more interested in gaining voters and put more time into encouraging them to vote. Now, however, many parties are not putting in as much time and effort into informing citizens about their platforms for their candidates. This is due to the fact that many political parties do not wish to spend valuable campaign funds on fixing this issue. Lastly, many people feel as though their vote will not matter in relation to the outcome of the election and therefore do not participate.
The United States has the second lowest voter turnout rate among the world's developed nations. In fact, only 57% of American citizens voted in the 2008 presidential election, and a mere 38% of Americans made it to the polls in the 2010 national elections. Those figures pale in comparison to the 89% of Belgians or the 85% of Swedes who voted in their last elections.
One of the solutions we propose for fixing the issue of low voter turnout is to give a tax break to anyone who votes. Some of the possible problems that this solution presents is how exactly we are going to determine who voted and who did not. To prevent this from happening, we suggest giving a sticker or a card to anyone who arrives to vote. Voters can then use this card when filing for their tax returns so that they get this tax break. Another way to prevent this would be to create a database that poll workers will enter the voter into when they arrive to vote, so that it is fully documented that they participated in the election. We suggest that this tax break is somewhere between 2 to 5%, so it creates just enough incentive to participate. Though we recognize that by offering incentive for people to participate in the election goes against American principles and can create an overall ingenuine or detached voter, we believe that it may offer just enough incentive to get voters to spark a long-term interest for American voters. We also propose to make Election Day a national holiday. Some possible problems include people using this day as a holiday and refusing to vote, or employers not giving their employees a day off. However, we believe that a vast majority of the citizens will see the importance of participating in the election. Lastly, we propose creating a short informational film on voting day for potential voters. Potential problems include that the videos may cause irritation to the voters. However, we hope that many people appreciate the ability to understand the issue before they vote on them. Voting is important because it helps to show what each citizen feels about issues, and it helps to inform politicians about what decisions they should make concerning our country. When voters do not participate in elections, the result is that a majority, the political elites, are the only voice being heard. Thus, disregarding the entire purpose of a democracy as the minority is not being heard.
And we need to make informed decisions about voting, because if we don't, then the candidates might not carry out policies the way we want them to.
Voter turnout dipped from 62.3% of eligible citizens voting in 2008 to an estimated 57.5% in 2012. This suggests that 93 million eligible citizens did not vote. So we want you to promote the vote this upcoming election day on November 3rd.